Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thanks so much for listening. Today we are talking everything from taxes and trade to Boy Scouts and Taco Bell. Plus much more, all in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Thursday, October 12th. You ready? Let's do this. The wildfires in wine country have not gotten better. In fact, there were some new evacuations. The fires are spreading because strong winds plus low humidity equals not good. One quote was that the fires are burning faster than the firefighters can run. So, all the numbers in this story are unfortunately going up. The AP reports the number of homes and businesses destroyed is up to more than 3,500. The death toll is up to at least 23, and hundreds of people are still reported missing. It doesn't help that many cell phone towers burn too, so it's tough for people to find each other. Now, more than 20 wildfires are burning there in Northern California. It's getting to the point where some people who evacuated to one place are then having to evacuate a second time as the fires move through. Another downside, air quality. It's definitely bad in wine country, and it's even gotten bad in San Francisco. It's considered unhealthy there right now. A local paper says it's even expected to get worse in the next few days. All right, so let's check in on the wine industry there, shall we? Business Insider reports it's a bit too early to know the full impact, but several wineries in Napa and Sonoma are either destroyed or damaged. The good news is that most of the grapes this year, about 90%, have already been picked. Tourism officials are quick to say that this is just a setback, and they plan to welcome people back to wine country in just a couple of weeks. So we'll see. The president made another pitch for his tax plan. He says it will benefit workers like truckers in America. He told a crowd in Pennsylvania that the average American family could see a $4,000 pay raise. Bloomberg reports the logic is that corporations get tax cuts, then will pass that on to the workers and pay them more. But the report says even some of Trump's own economic advisors say that $4,000 number would be over about 8 years. In other words, $500 a year. Basically, supporters say his plan will simplify the tax code and save people money. Critics say it's just a handout to the wealthy and corporations. Either way, it's definitely not the last time we'll hear about this. The key is to see what the exact proposal is all about and if lawmakers will actually pass it. Let's talk NAFTA, because negotiations are still happening. And now the president says it'll be fine if the U.S. gets rid of the deal. That makes some businesses very nervous. So, a quick recap on what NAFTA is. It's the North American Free Trade Agreement. It's between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, and basically allows for the free flow of goods and supplies across borders. It was put in place back in '94. President Trump has called it the worst trade deal in U.S. history. He blames it for manufacturing jobs moving over to Mexico and says it's unfair to the U.S. NAFTA's supporters point to research that says there hasn't been a big loss of jobs because of NAFTA, and they say some U.S. jobs actually depend on it. For now, leaders in Canada and Mexico say, sure, let's give it an upgrade, but don't get rid of it. This round of negotiation goes until Tuesday. If the president decides to get out altogether, that'll start a 6-month process before NAFTA would actually end. A big change for the Boy Scouts. It'll soon allow girls. The change will start next year, allowing young girls into the Cub Scouts program. So if you're familiar with this whole thing, it sounds like the smaller groups called dens will be either all girl or all boy, but the larger so-called packs can be either single gender or a mix. Then in 2019, older girls can become Eagle Scouts for the first time. NBC News says the board of directors voted unanimously to change the rules. They say it's because they want the program to be for the entire family, that it's more convenient. But the Girl Scouts, a different organization by the way, may not be thrilled about this. USA Today says the Girl Scouts asked the Boy Scouts back in August to stop recruiting its members. For now, Girl Scouts plans to stay just girls. All right, other things people may be talking about today. Self-driving cars. The state of California is getting pretty serious about them. The DMV there just put out proposed policies that basically let the public use self-driving cars. If they pass, the new policies could go into effect as early as next year. Mashable says most car makers aren't actually ready to sell self-driving cars to the public yet, but it clears the road for companies to test more of them. So we could see more driverless cars on California streets sooner. Google is saying, oops, that didn't go as planned. A Google device reportedly listened in and recorded someone without their permission. We're talking about one of Google's upcoming devices called the Google Home Mini. It's basically a small smart speaker that doesn't go on sale until next week, but some reporters got them early to try them out. And that's how this random recording happened. Business Insider reports Google realized the button on the top of the device was faulty and would activate on its own. So now Google is saying, we're going to get rid of that button altogether, and instead, just use your voice to activate it. Walmart is feeling the fierce competition from Amazon. The Wall Street Journal reports Walmart is cutting its expenses even more. The company announced it will open fewer physical stores than it has in decades. Just last year, Walmart closed some stores and got rid of some jobs. And get this, even using a slightly smaller plastic shopping bag this year is expected to save Walmart $20 million. Now the company's big push is for online sales. Remember, Walmart bought Jet.com last year and made its founder the head of its e-commerce. Both Walmart and Amazon are also focusing big time on the home grocery delivery thing. It's time for a name change. That's what Coach just said. You know, Coach purses, bags, and wallets. The parent company has decided to change its name to Tapestry. The Wall Street Journal says Coach wants to better reflect the fact that it has other brands now, too. It bought another popular designer brand this year, Kate Spade. So this really isn't that big of a change for the average person. Coach bags will still go by the name Coach. But the parent company wants to let people know that Tapestry has more than just one designer brand. Instead of designer brands, how would you like to have food companies on your clothes? Well, now you can. Taco Bell and Forever 21 are teaming up. I guess it's fast food and fast fashion, right? Time reports a new line of Taco Bell and hot sauce-themed clothes are now a thing. They launched in some Forever 21 stores and online yesterday. Think tops, bodysuits, sweatshirts, and jackets. For real. And that's it. You are officially in the know. As always, you can go to thenewsworthy.com if you want to read more about any of the stories I talked about today. If you liked today's episode, please do consider leaving a review. I read and appreciate each one of them. Thanks again for listening. We'll be back with more on Friday. Have a great day.